Friends and Pioneers. Today I'm going to be making some, well, my version of street tacos. So this is 1 1/3 pounds, I think, of stew meat. And we're going to be working out in the barn today, so I'm not going to have time to cook a lot of meals because we're trying to tear our barn down. But I'm going to show you what, this is my mini crock pot. It's not the mini, it's just the one in between the big crock pot and the super tiny one. This is the mini. So we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic, minced. To this. Now we're going to add some olive oil. I'll put the recipe up on my blog so y'all can go print it if you want it. Some olive oil. Some Creole seasoning. A little bit of salt. Not a lot. I'm using kosher. I'm using a 1/2 cup of citrus, or a little less than 1/2 cup of citrus. This is Meyer lemons and some clementines that I've juiced. But you could use orange juice, pineapple juice, anything citrus. Then we're going to use some cumin. We're going to use a tablespoon of honey. And we're going to use I've had to pare down this recipe for this small amount. The recipe I'm going to post is for the full crock pot full. This is just a small version for Bill and I. And then a tablespoon of chili powder. Now you can use fresh onions. I would recommend purple onions if you can find them, or Vidalia, the sweet onion. But I'm going to use some dehydrated onions because my husband can't have fresh onions. Okay, so we're going to pour probably a 1/2 cup of water. We're going to put the lid on. And we're going to cook it on high for about 8 hours. And it's about 9:30 right now. So this afternoon this will be ready to go and we'll finish out the tacos. Just let it cook all day and don't take the lid off of it. Just let it cook all the way down. So we'll be back. Okay, so while our street taco meat is cooking in the crock pot, it's right to the end where I'm going to dish it up. I went ahead and opened up this Mexican cheese that's a crumble. It's excellent for street tacos, or what I like, my version of street tacos. I like to use an authentic Mexican cheese. This is queso fresco, and I just look for it in the cheese aisle. And I broke off half of it. It's 12 ounces, 2 cups in here. And what I'll do is I'll vacuum seal this and freeze it for another time. And then all I did was just take it and crumble it up. This has a very authentic flavor. So you could use just a regular Monterey Jack. You could use a Chihuahua cheese. That's another alternative for, using this. I love Chihuahua cheese. My husband doesn't like it because it has a lot of grease on it. But this is going to be really great for the street tacos. So the other garnish I'm going to do is a tomato. And I'm just going to use what I have available. This is Aroma organic tomato. Bill won't eat tomatoes, but I love them. And let me wash these off real quick. Okay. So I'm just going to probably won't even use but half of this because it's just going to be me eating it. Bill just likes the meat and cheese on his. but I like, I put salsa on mine. You can put guacamole if you have it. You can put spinach leaves, that's always super healthy, or just some, you know, shredded iceberg lettuce is fine too if you like lettuce. I don't buy lettuce because it has no nutritional value, so I never put it on my shopping list. I never grab it because, well, it doesn't offer us anything. So we usually garnish with spinach or kale or a salad mix or something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to move on to is our street taco tortillas. I'm using the corn, but you could do flour if you wanted to. And these are just the Mission brand street taco, and they're very tiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little gadget that I got. And I don't know how many of y'all shop on QVC. I don't shop a lot on QVC, but what I do buy I really enjoy. This was one of their today special value things I got, and it's a little pancake. It's really for pancakes or egg sandwiches or something like that. And I got them last Christmas for my kids. I got them each one, and then I took a black one. They come in a set of 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat these up using this little press, because it'll heat the top and the bottom at the same time, and I don't have to stand over the iron skillet and flip them. So we're going to use this, and the light will come on and off when it's, you know, ready to go. So let's check our meat. Okay, let's see how our meat did. Now remember, I just did enough for Bill and I. I didn't make a big crock pot full of this, but you could, absolutely could. What we want is fork tender, and so, you know, that's what we're hoping for. It's been cooking all day since we were out working on the barn, and it is fork tender. It's just falling apart. So this is what you want on your tacos. And these are so simple and easy. They're very tasty. I'll add a little bit of salt because I can tell it needs it. But the cheese will make up for some of that. So anyway, these are ready to go. And we're going to start assembling some tacos. I've got some Spanish rice on the stove and some pinto beans, because I'm going to make a plate for Bill. And then he'll put sour cream on his tacos as well. So maybe I'll demonstrate my version, because that's what I'll do, is I'll just put tomatoes on mine. But know that you can put any toppings you want, as long as you know it fits in this little tiny tortilla. Sometimes the meat and cheese goes a long way. These are great hors d'oeuvres as well. So, okay, let's get assembling a taco. Okay, we're going to get another one. If you deep fried these, you could make a tostada. This is a 3 cheese. It's Monterey Jack and cheddar. And it has this has been blended with cream cheese, so it's this shredded cheese, which I hardly ever buy Kraft, but up here in Arkansas, there's just not a lot of variety out in these rural areas. It's just not a lot of variety at all. When I lived in Dallas, I shopped at Whole Foods, so I was able to get so much variety as far as cleaner food, and up here you just don't have it. If you don't grow it or make it yourself, it's really hard to find it. Alright, we'll be back when I get the plate ready to go. Okay, so we have Bill's plate ready here. Gave him 4 tacos. He wanted the Monterey Jack cheese. He didn't want the queso fresco, and I gave him some rice and beans. And while you're cooking your pinto beans, if you put a little bit of baking soda, they won't make, have gas on your stomach. So that's just a little tip there. Let's go get Bill to try his plate. Okay, Bill. Straight tacos. You remember.
Okay. I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, they're good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, here's my plate. And we're going to go sit down and eat. I wish you guys were here to eat with us. I know you can put 1,000 things on this taco to make it good, or certainly for you to enjoy. The main part of the recipe was the meat. That was what I was trying to show y'all how to make. But you can put any kind of toppings on this. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I hope you'll try it. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can get more recipes. Click the little bell and it'll notify you when I put up a new video. Everybody have a blessed day. Find somebody to bless, and I'll see you on the next video.